Hey everybody, SlayerXCR here with GamerFuzion.com, empowering your gaming. Going to do a quick tutorial on how to, well, it won't be really showing you how to record. I will show you the program that I use, Bandicam. So a few things that you'll need here to do this is Bandicam Vegas Pro 12. You also need to have your GamerFuzion Intro and Watermarks and the content that you wish to put these with, so that you can get the video rendered and have everything as far as your intro and watermark inside your video. So let's get this started. Bandicam, I can't open it because it's actually recording my screen for me. So what I will do is I will go ahead and open up Vegas Pro, and I will show you how to do the watermarking, the intros, because a lot of people have been asking, how do I do it? How do I get the watermarking intros and everything in? And this is a big question for some of you guys new to GamerFuzion that are wanting to get into the director's program. I had this same question I asked repeatedly, and I finally they gave me the answers and everything I needed. They have a video on there, but it's kind of older now, and I would rather have an updated one that here isn't what I was now. You can see my nice little Windows background. I never found me a good desktop background I really want to put on there yet. Let's see, here's Vegas Pro. As you can see, there's nothing here. This is your project media box. This is actually where you'll drag from your desktop. Well, whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Crap. Ugh. Let's see, let's get that back down. Ugh, it's back in full view. Okay. Well, that sucks. So this mouse is just really... Let's move it down a little bit. There we go. And I can drag it back into the window. There we go. You might have seen the thing move a little bit. I'm trying to not double click in there again. But this is where you'll drag and drop our project media. This is what, as we call it. Project media is anything that has to do with your video, like the video itself, your intro, your watermarks, music you want to put in your video, anything like that of that nature. That's where this would go until you get ready to drop it down here into your timeline. This is actually what will be, you would put everything to snap in place and get everything edited and to get everything ready for rendering. Once you have everything down here you want, then you can render and go about your way and everything nice. This is your project, your video viewer, so you can actually watch it in your timeline and everything. You can play it back, everything you need to go. A few things I'll go over in this is how to just do some simple things, especially the intro, especially the watermark, and especially I'm going to do a little bit of other things like how to do transitions as well and text. Alright, first things first, we are going to go ahead and I'm going to bring some video over. Something I've already done. Let's go ahead and right here, we will bring this over. Drag and drop in here. Oh, no, wrong. This is the wrong folder to be in there. Whoops. Need to go to my converted folder. There we go. You also will need, if you record with Bandicam, you will need a video converter because it actually puts it in AVI, and Vegas for some reason does not want to do it in AVI. So you'll need something like Handbrake or FreeMake Video Converter. I recommend FreeMake Video Converter. It's free and it's really, really good. It actually reduces the size files quite a bit. Now what we need is go ahead and bring in our intro and our watermarks, which should be one of them should be a PNG file and the other ones should be a movie file, a QuickTime movie file. So let's go ahead and drag these over. Here's our intro. If you double click on it, whoops, I didn't mean to put it there. If you double click on it, it will place it wherever your little meter is, and actually put it right here. You can see it's there. When we hit play, it actually plays it in the video previewer. And this is nice because you can actually what you are doing in real time, and you don't, like, if you mess something up. And that's what I usually do is I watch my videos all the way through completion before I do it. Some things have gotten past me. Sometimes in video viewer, it will like in one case, in my Contagion video, it worked in video previewer, but when the video was done rendering everything and had it on YouTube, the video wasn't working, so something was going on there. But once you have this in the intro, then what you'll want to do is go ahead and there's really no changes you need to make to the intro, or you shouldn't make anything to the intro. Go ahead and drag and drop. Make sure that it's touching up against here. You'll see little dotted lines. That's called your Snaplines. And that will tell you, hey, look, this is right in place against the thing. It will come right afterwards. And there you go. There's the video inside of it. Now in Bandicam, I do have it where it separates my commentary. So if you do something like that and you need to add your commentary in, but what you can do is I'll go ahead and grab it out of here. It will be in the captured videos. I'll make sure I get the right one. Should be this one right here. Go ahead and do that. Same, the sound files work the same way, or sound clips work the same way. It'll show a little snap line when you're placing it in. There it is. Now, everything's kind of should be lined up. May the voice acting be forgivable in this game. Good Lord. As you can realize, I'm not a big... Now, see, after you just listen to it for a second. Now, what we need to do to add watermarks is you'll go ahead and hold Control, Shift, and hit Q. At least hit it once. This will actually bring up another video layer on top of the other ones, where you can actually add more content on top of the video itself. And that's what we want to do to add the watermark. So what we'll do is we position our line right in here between the video and the intro, and we'll take the first part of the watermark, part 1 or -1 mauve, bring it in here. You'll notice that it's black screen, and then it comes in. To get rid of this, we need to right click on that, go to properties, we click loop, disable resample, go to media, okay, there we go. Alpha channel, hit pre-multiplied, hit OK, and there it goes. And then when we play it, you'll notice the intro comes in. Hey everybody, SerxCR here with GamerFuzion. And now, with that being said, what we'll do now is we'll go ahead and drag and drop the rest of the intro or the watermark in. And you'll notice that this one is relatively small. This is the actual image after the watermark has come into, like as it done its little animation. This is the actual image that will actually drag all the way down near the end. And what you want to do is kind of give it a little bit away, stop right there, and then you'll bring in your second part, which is the ending animation, which will actually bring the watermark out of the video. And then when you do that, you'll go ahead and slide this on over until it snaps right there, the blue line. Then you'll see that it does the same thing as the part 1. So you'll have to go back and you go to properties, disable, loop, so forth, pre-multiplied, and there you go. That one's fixed. Alright. Step 3, step 4, I want to say. Yeah, we won't call it steps. As long as you're following along, that's what matters. I was asked how to move the watermark in position. That's easy, actually. You want to go ahead and right click on the section of watermark you want to move. Make sure that that line is actually touching up against this, so that will actually, when we right click on it, we can actually go ahead and it will show us in this video that we're editing movie 1. Then we'll pan and crop. You'll see here, you'll see this F. And if I move this up, the watermark moves down. If I move it down, the watermark goes up. What I normally do is I usually position it in the corner so it's kind of out of the way, and down a little bit, and right there is usually what I do. Now I'm going to go ahead and save this because I like that position. I'll go ahead and click just right in here. That way it's actually on this, the actual image. Once the watermark is animated in, then we'll do that to the actual still image. Same thing, up and move the thing up, it goes down. If you move it down, it goes up. Kind of makes no sense why they did that, but it don't matter. What crap? Right there. There we go. And then the same thing for this one. Just move it to the edge right there in between the things. Go ahead and click that. Go to not properties. Whoops. Go to event pan and crop. Move it down a little bit over here. It don't have to be perfect. You don't want. It don't really matter if it's super perfect or not. You want to try and make it that way, but sometimes you can't necessarily get it in, and then just save it. And if it looks halfway good, or at least somewhat close, you can tell that it. When you go back and forth between it, you'll see that this kind of goes up a little or get down a little, and that actually kind of good, because then you actually know it is animated and it's actually doing its little bit. Another cool thing that you can do with your watermark, if you want to kind of give it that, you don't want it to be that all that color kind of clash with the video itself. You can go over here to the level slider, which is actually kind of like a fade in and out bar. It's just like a fade, so you can fade it in or out. I kind of go down to a light, like not even about 70%. That way they can still see the logo, the watermark, but it's faded enough where it don't clash with the colors. They're not constantly looking at that. And when it animates in and out, it will actually be faded as well, because that works for this whole bar right here. All of this stuff right here will, and these little things like this work for this, and I will cover these in a later video, because a lot of that stuff is for like doing outro slates and stuff. When you're adding little videos and stuff in, you have to do the track motion and everything to get that in. Now, one more thing I want to show you guys is transitions. What you want to do, my personal favorite is, because there's a flash at the end of this intro, is go up here to the beginning. Crap. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Go ahead and edit. Move invent. This new mouse I'm still getting used to. I like to do everything real quick, so it sometimes messes with me. Transition, insert other, and what you'll have is your line of transitions. What I like to do is I like to add flash in there, because there's actually, and then you can actually mess with the settings of the flash, horizontal and vertical diffusion. You don't have to mess with any of that stuff. And then just kind of go right here. We'll play it. See how it looks. Boom! I love that intro. See how it flashes? Then when it flashes back in, that looks really Hey everybody, SlayerXCR here with GamerFuzion.com, empowering your gaming, bringing you some more of the Dark Eye Demonicon. You notice I'll go down here and I kind of
Oh, what a mess we're in.
You can
I mean the game, I'm not talking about.
Trying to level out the volume. For some reason it isn't working very well. Usually I should be quiet.
I'm not talking about the situation in the game that we're in. When we last left off, we got...
It's a little too quiet. I must have been talking a little loud in that video.
Got done killing the cannibal.
There we go.
Yada yada, had some fun doing that.
You can mess with those. That's the same with the sound. You can actually do that as well. You can move this back and forth. It makes it louder or softer. Or you can add pan slider. There's other things you can do with that. But that should answer a lot of your guys' questions that you had with how to do watermarks and how to put the intros in and everything in Vegas. I know a few of you guys are using Windows Media Maker, Movie Maker, and other video editing software. Most of those will not work with the watermark, unfortunately. Usually, 9 times out of 10, Vegas is going to be your main guy to go to, your main program. It is costly, but if you can get it, there are some places that actually sell for a decent price, like online, like Newegg, I think does sell for decent if they have it on sale, and a few other places. But don't be discouraged. We can help you try to get Vegas in the best way we can for GamerFuzion directors and full-time partners. Just come to me if you have any questions, SlayerXCR, and I'll be able to help you with that. And now what we'll do to go ahead for the final, you'll go when you're done with everything, you feel comfortable with your video. Then what you'll do is we're actually going to add some text. That's one thing I wanted to show you guys. I'm just going to add random text. What you'll do is you'll right click here on just anywhere on this little thing where the line is in a new video level, which we put Control-Shift-Q. We'll do insert text media. Takes a second to come up. Then it will come up. It was simple text. It didn't work when I double clicked on it. Usually left clicking, there it goes. It actually brought it at the time. And then we'll type. We'll make it look like he's saying something like, you know, from him. Go to 14. We won't worry about what kind of style we use for that. Go, hey, selling some goodies. I think that's where I'm at right there. Then we will actually kind of, you can actually square it down a little bit, make it kind of real small, right there. And it's how you do text. And now you can lengthen how long it lasts by just dragging it around. Now let's see what it looks like.
Some hungry people. Falk and his feast shall go to the nameless.
My Chiron, a good
Oh well,
soul through
wrong
and
character.
through.
But see, you'll notice that I'm just doing this,
Some hungry people. Falk
and then we already know that she's coming up here soon. So what we'll do is reduce it down a little
and
bit.
his feast shall go to the nameless.
Don't want to do it for long. What you could do is you can actually roll in and out with your mouse. You can actually make it longer, which helps you edit better because you can actually get more room to drag stuff. Then you'll drag it up to the line, which will be where it cuts off. Do it.
Some hungry people. Falk and his feast shall go to the nameless.
And see, that's all you have to do. I mean, and then when you roll it back down, when you roll it back in, you can tell it actually looks a little tighter. Because when you do this all it does is expand it out and put it in more of a microscopic detail, so you can actually get in there to fine-tune things in your video and kind of edit them a little bit better. And you can drag it a little bit better without it instantly snapping into position or snapping all the way where it's real short and you're trying to fix it and everything. But after you get all that done and you feel comfortable with your video, what you want to do is you'll go ahead and render as under File. Then you'll name it blah blah, or whatever you want to name it. Then you'll go under Sony AVC/MVC, which puts it in an MP4 format. Find internet. You can do 1080p, but most people record in 720 30p, which 30 is frames. And that's usually the best way to do it because it's a smaller file. It's not as big as 1080. And frankly, a lot of these gaming walkthroughs, you don't need to do 1080p. I mean, that's pretty much overkill, and they're going to take longer to upload. So then once you have all this, you'll go ahead and hit render, and that's all you got to do. Some of the wait time on rendering is it determines by your system's processor and your RAM. Your hard drive speed does play a little part into it, but because it's got to, when it's rendering, it's got to write it all to the hard drive. So it does play a little bit of a factor in that. Mostly it has to deal with processor and your RAM. So if you've got a lower end system, it might take a lot longer for rendering. If you're running a super powered i7 with 16 gigs of DDR3 RAM, then you're probably gonna have no problems whatsoever. So I hope that answers your questions, guys. If you have any more questions, let me know. I'm always in the GamerFuzion chat. So if you need anything, just let me know. Or ask Laserbolt or Stiltron. They can help you as well. And hopefully with this video, all your questions will be answered. Alright guys, well, we'll go over one more time what we covered in this. We covered how to do intros, watermarks, covered how to do transitions, covered how to do text, and covered how to render successfully. Once you get done rendering, what I suggest to do is run it back through FreeMake again. It will lower the size back down, because when this gets done rendering, it's going to be like 1.5 gigs. So you'll render it back down and you'll compress it back down in FreeMake and convert it again to MV4 again. It will lower it down to like 600 megs, and then you go ahead and upload. Will lower your upload time significantly doing that. And I hope that will help you guys get some videos made. Alright guys, well this is Slayer XTR with GamerFuzion.com, empowering your gaming. And until next time, this is Slayer out. But make sure if you need anything whatsoever to let me know. And also leave a like for this video. Leave comments below. And if you're someone outside of GamerFuzion, you're new to the Let's Play scene or walkthroughs, wanting to record video, hopefully this will help you guys as well. Alright guys, CXTR signing out.